Hey everyone, welcome to episode 5 of Springfield, USA. I'm Dan Gummel. I'm with Chad Wilson. I'm also with Chris Chilton, aka DJ Chill.
Hello.
We're going to be talking to him today. It's going to be sweet. Chad, you ready?
I'm charged, man. Let's do it.
Dude, Chris, thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, man.
Welcome to Springfield, USA. We are back. We're coming at you from Empire Studios in historic downtown
Listen, stop. Let me say something about this place is crazy. I didn't even know it existed. I didn't know it was here. But when you come in here, I don't know if you're an artist, if you like music, whatever. But Derek, right?
Derek Snowden.
Derek's doing some crazy things here. Yeah, I've taken a tour, and it's nutty.
It's true. If you guys haven't checked out Empire Studios, check it out, ohiorecordingstudio.com. That's where we're coming from, and it is sick. Mm-hmm. So, Chris.
Yes, sir.
You're a Springfield dude.
Yep.
You're obviously here right now on
Born
the
and
show.
raised.
Tell us about what growing up was like.
Well, born and raised in Springfield, Southwest Side resident. Raised on the Southwest Side. Still live on the Southwest Side. Work on the Southwest Side on the fire department. Went to South High School, or went through all the normal schools. But then went to South High School. Graduated. What I liked about South specifically was that I was able to make relationships with people of all different kind of races, income levels, and things like that. And so that built relationships, which, of course, we know about how those end up, whatever. But went away to school. That didn't quite work out like I expected.
Never works out how people expect it would.
Right. So we end up back here in Springfield, Ohio. Love it. And now I'm a firefighter paramedic with the city of Springfield.
That's awesome, man. How long have you been a firefighter paramedic?
We've been here in November, it will be 18 years.
Wow.
18 years, yes.
Wow,
Love it.
awesome.
It's one of the greatest jobs on the planet.
Well, dude, you're an inspiring guy, man. We got to hang out with you the other night, and I've been wanting to meet you for a while. My brother was telling me about you and just how much he likes you, and just I've been hearing your name around town. It was so good to hang out and talk the other night. I don't know if you realize this, but you're a big role model to a lot of young guys in our city.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Especially from the South Side, growing up on that side. And can you speak to that a little bit?
Well, fortunately, specifically through DJing, I'm able to make contact with a lot of youth. Just recently, I did a welcome back to school kind of thing with Cliff Park High School, which a lot of people don't even know exists. It's on North Limestone, just across from close to Littleton and Root.
Tell everybody what it is.
Well, from what I understand, it's a satellite school where a lot of kids who have had challenges in the regular school system. They go to Cliff Park High School, and they have a little more nurturing, let's say, at Cliff Park High School than normal kids might need. And so I think they do a great job over there. I was connected through that program through John Reisner, and now he's gone on to do other schools, and now I still have connections at that school. And so I DJ'd there just recently for a back-to-school thing. Ran into a kid there who did some beatboxing. I'm thinking, no, beatboxing, he's not going to be good. Kid killed it.
Really?
Killed it. Yeah, I was really, really impressed. And so at some point, maybe we can get him on this show because
We're going to get him on.
Yeah, he was really good. Also,
for sure.
So just last weekend, though, I also did a thing for Promise Fest, a local program in Springfield. It was a great turnout. They probably had, 600 or 700 people, including kids and adults, whatever. They had a Christian rapper come from Florida. Prodigal Son, I believe his name was, and he murdered it. He killed it. He did a great job. But also, they had a talent show previous to that. They had a young girl playing guitar. They had a couple singers and things like that. One of those people was a rapper. I believe his name is Jay Mitchell. I believe, possibly. I don't want to get it wrong, but I believe his name is Jay Mitchell. And he did a great job. He did a song called Springfield, or about being from Springfield or something like that. And he did a great job. I was very, very impressed by him. Yeah.
We got to get these guys in here. How do the kids respond to you at these programs? I mean, the younger guys.
Well, I think one of the big things is a lot of kids think I'm younger than I am. I'm really an old man, and they don't they don't realize that. And so I kind of get a little bit of credibility, more credibility than a normal old person like myself would. And so I'm able to relate to the music that they listen to, be able to play it in a manner where it kind of gets to them as well. But I also have the old man filter to where a like in certain venues, I won't play certain songs because it just doesn't. As an adult, I don't think that it's certain songs are proper for kids to be listening to, and so. But I think it works out, and so they respect me, and we usually have a good time in anything we do.
So tell me about when we were at O'Connor's the other night. You're saying about how you've collaborated and you like to collaborate with DJ House and some other guys.
Right.
You told me that story about going up to Detroit.
Yeah, well, generally, people who are in the same fields don't necessarily get along. Not necessarily get along, but they don't necessarily collaborate because they think, well, I've got to get all my money. But in DJing, I feel like your success is my success. This is all our city. Everybody wins. So what happened was DJ House has his group of people that generally follow him. I have my group of people that generally follow me. We went on to a concert in Detroit. Justin Timberlake and Jay-Z. Same concert. What was the name of it? Do you remember the name of it? I don't. It was a great concert. Anyway, I'll remember it later. Anyway, they had the song Holy Grail. And so the two of them had this concert. So as I'm sitting up in the nosebleed seats and DJ House with the big money is down on the floor.
Yo, Chris, get down here.
Right, exactly. And so he's down there and I'm up there and I'm watching this concert take place. And the way they're doing it is where Justin would do a part and then they go right into Jay-Z and then back to Justin. They do something together, whether it was a collaboration. And so I'm sitting there and I'm thinking like, well, why can't we do this? Why can't we have something like this in Springfield, Ohio, to where we don't have separation? We have everyone come to the same party. And so I call him from my nosebleed seats down on the floor and I say, listen, we're going to put something together to where you bring your people, I bring my people, and now our people are people. Everyone's together. And so we did that first for a New Year's Eve party at the Marriott, and then we continued on to the Buckeye. What happened was in the Buckeye, we did a redo. A lot of friends were telling me, oh, my New Year's sucked. I hated my New Year's Eve. It wasn't any good, whatever. So why can't we just do it again? Who says you can't?
What time of year was this?
This was January. We've already done New Year's Eve in December, so why not do it again in January? If yours sucked, let's do it again. So
we should just have New Year's like every month.
I'm with it. Listen, you can name me a venue. I'm there. Schedule permitting, sign me up.
Because I always break my New Year's resolutions like 30 days in. So what I should do is I should just have a New Year's
There you go. Listen, if you need a DJ for your New Year's resolutions, I got you.
Dude, so what I love about what you're talking about right now is that's kind of the heart of Springfield, USA. It's what we're trying to do. Yeah. We're trying to say what's good for Springfield City Schools is good for the government. What's good for the government is good for families. What's good for families is good for the faith community, and on and on and on. And so we're just trying to speak good words, and it's kind of naturally already happening in all these areas, and we kind of see that happening right now. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, it's a flow, and it's a different organization standing where they are, and then each one of them collaborating to make a bigger picture.
So I was at Station 1 earlier in the summer. You were doing your thing with House, right? You also throw some really sick parties around the state, right? And you do the silent party deal, right? Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, again, with that, things are happening all over the country, all over the world. Why can't they happen here? Right. So I'm on Instagram, and I see people walking around with the glowing headphones. Never seen glowing headphones before. Why are the headphones glowing? I don't get it. For the lady I was following on Instagram, it says silent party. That makes no sense. Parties aren't silent. So, research it. I asked her a couple questions about it, and she explains to me that at a silent party, there aren't any speakers at all. Everyone gets a set of headphones. So all of the music is played through headphones. On your headphones, you have 3 channels you can choose from. So if you decide to have a silent party, you tell me what would be appropriate for your audience, whether you've got a kids channel, an 80s channel, a hip hop channel, or whatever would be appropriate for your group. So like I said, I researched it, checked it out. So why can't we do that here in Springfield? We're the only company that's doing it in Ohio. No one else is doing it. So we started last year in September. We're just trying to get it to take off. We just booked this week our first corporate event. That'll be in Columbus in December. It was a corporate Christmas party. And so, in fact, what happened with that was they found us. I guess last year they had a party, and people left their party to go to a silent party. And so they were, well, let's have one. And so they found us on the internet. We've got it, www.nslsilentparty.com. But yeah, and so they, I like that. So yeah, they found us, and we'll do that in December. Things are really working out as far as a silent party. We're doing a thing at O'Connor's right now, about once a month. In fact, 3 times in October. We've already got some dates for O'Connor's booked for next year. We're doing Station 1 about once a month before O'Connor's. Really, it's kind of a rotation, at least it has been. Buckeye, Station, O'Connor's, and then we've got weddings and everything else in between. We are booked until the end of this year, and then we've already got dates for 2016, and 1 and 17.
I love silent parties because you walk in, and like I remember living in Philly, and they got noise ordinances and stuff, and like you gotta be careful. And so you walk in, and there's just people just going hard,
right,
but like it's super
right. You
quiet.
can't hear any music at all, but it is really the weird part about that whole noise ordinance part is that you can't hear any music. There's no bass, but people are screaming and yelling like crazy. Yeah, because they want to sing their song.
So
and
do they bring their own headphones? I mean, are they wireless, or do you?
No. We supply the headphones. We have at this time we have 250 headphones. So, and that's how we decided to start. We could have started smaller, but we decided if this thing takes off, we want to be ready when that time comes.
Are they Bluetooth or wireless, or do you have wireless?
It works off an RF signal.
Okay.
Yeah, and so they're specific to our transmitters. And so if you walk away with the headphones, they're not useless to. I mean, they are useless to you. So please make sure you bring back the headphones. And I just posted on Facebook just today how I had to organize everything just before I came here, and we have not lost one set of headphones. So and that's a tribute to the people that we work with, the city that we live in, because. You hear bad things, but I'm giving you a set of headphones, and you bring it back every single time. Yeah. This is our city.
Talking about a little bit of the bad things a little bit.
Right.
You're a firefighter.
Yeah.
Also got your EMT.
Right.
You see some stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff, like you kind of see like the good and the bad. From
exactly.
Talk about that range a little bit.
And that is the thing. It takes a certain mindset to be able to deal with that every day. In fact, I want to say we talked about it a little bit yesterday, how busy we can get sometimes, and how some of the runs can kind of get to you. And so you have to find a place like in the back of your head where you can like go to a beach or find that happy place, literally, whatever it is for you. You find a happy place in your head, and on those those days or those calls, those runs specifically, there's a big bad thing going on in the city with heroin. It's terrible right now, and we have different organizations doing their part to help out with that. But it really is an epidemic right now, and but anyway, you run into things like that, and it can kind of get to you. And it really kind of depends on the people that you work with. They help you out through those things like that, and then as well, like I said, you just got to find that happy place in your head and hope for the future. You got to have some hope that at some point there'll be a turnaround and things will get better. Yeah.
So, I mean, you've seen this, but in part of our intro video, right? Mm-hmm. Like we've got that shot of the syringes, the empty heroin syringes that we found. Right. And I mean, yeah, I see that. And I see guys like you kind of on the front lines respond to that type of stuff. And
yes, it's tough to say. And the bigger part of that is it's not about economics. It's not about certain parts of the city. This is literally everywhere. It can happen to anyone. There are people who you would look at and think, no, they don't have that problem, but they have a family member, a brother, a sister, a son, a daughter that has this issue, and they're dealing with it just like everyone else. So it doesn't matter how much money that you make, where do you live, what your job is. There are people all over the city specifically dealing with this problem.
What would you tell young people or even middle-aged people that are thinking about messing with that? Or, I mean, since you get this, you show up on the scene.
There's no hope in it.
It's sad, man.
There's no future in any of it. And it's hard to come back once you start. So I'd advise anyone to never walk as straight a line as you can. Like, none of us get it right every time. But and then there is hope to hopefully come back from it. But if you don't start, it's the best thing for you. And it's specifically kids. I thought about this earlier, I never drank alcohol until I turned 30 years old, where I felt like I was responsible enough to do it.
Really?
Never. I was 30 years old, and I made a resolution to start drinking alcohol.
Dude, are you serious, bro?
This is true. This is true.
Dang.
This
I got
is true.
so much respect for that, man. Like,
Real
seriously.
honest, my
like,
parents told me not to. They said don't drink alcohol, and so I didn't until I turned 30. Yeah, it was just after my 30th birthday. Like I said, I did a New Year's resolution when I was 30 years old, and I've never done any kind of drugs at all, not even marijuana. I didn't inhale, whatever. I didn't do it. Never have. And so we're like, but my bigger point is, like, for those kids out there who maybe having some challenges and some peer pressure, maybe even, I was still a quote unquote cool kid in school. I was on the basketball team, a homecoming king, all that stuff, and I had those friends who may have or may not have done those things, but they knew who I was. And so they didn't even say, chill, do these things, because they knew that those weren't the things that I did. Yeah. And so you can still be a cool kid and not do the things that the other kids are doing.
And look where you are at now in life. I mean, you got it going on, dude.
We're trying. We're trying.
You drive a huge Escalade, bro, so it's like worked out.
I just want to be clear. It is like super cheap. I got it on sale, and I just needed a truck to put my stuff in. Done.
Right. So I got an Escalade.
It's all true. Yeah, I mean, it just looks nice. That's all.
When we come back after word from our sponsor, Chris is going to step in the ring, and he's going to play our weekly trivia game. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, I'm here with Todd Rogers from Rogers Garage. We're in the new Enid shop. Todd, how you doing, man?
Great.
Awesome. Todd has 2 shops now, one in Enid on Main Street and one in Springfield on St. Paris Pike. I love this guy. I bring all my cars to him. He does a great job turning around and getting them fixed for a fair price. Todd is giving us an amazing offer for all of our Springfield USA subscribers. If you show up to one of his shops, whether it be in Enid on Main Street or in Springfield on St. Paris Pike, bring a phone or a device that shows that you are a subscriber to our podcast, whether that be the audio podcast or our YouTube channel. You will get $10 off an oil change. That's $19.99 for an oil change. So Todd, that's pretty awesome. Thanks, man.
Great.
Bam. Come on.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. Chris is stepping into the ring with old Davey Moore, the Springfield boxer. He goes a couple rounds. We ask him the trivia questions. We see if he survives.
Yeah.
Let's play.
All right, I got the first question, Chris.
All right.
This is straight from the National Registry for EMTs.
Oh, this is not even cool.
Okay. So,
But do you know how long ago this was, man? Where we actually had to take the National Registry?
hey, you'll be okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, I was talking with one of your lieutenants this morning, and he helped me answer this question, so I'm sure you can answer it.
Let's see.
You and your partner, Bob, are called to the scene of a man down.
Yeah, his name is Chris, and his name is Jim. Those are my guys.
Okay, you and your partner, Chris, are called to a scene where a man is reported down. The report said that the man had no pulse, and the family members are doing CPR.
Yes.
Upon arriving at the scene, what 3 things are you going to do first? Is it A, open the airway, tell the bystanders to stop CPR and get your gloves on? Or is it B, question the bystanders, direct them to stop CPR and check for a pulse? Is it C, hook up the AED, open the airway, and insert and adjust, whatever that means? Or D,
Just adjust.
attach the AED, tell everyone to stand back and hit the analyze button?
Listen, first of all, I just want to be clear. It's either B or C, but this is the thing. Like, when you get questions like this, when you're taking a test on the National Registry or any other kind of way, you get to read the questions over and over again.
Well, they're right in front of you here.
So I'm going to go with B or C, but because AEDs are for, basics, and I'm a paramedic, and so AEDs generally I'm just going to go with B or C, put that down, we're done.
Okay, well, your lieutenant said D.
What? He's basic. What do you tell me when somebody hit the analyze? That's not true at all.
Yeah,
that is so basic.
Hey, just so you know, I took
don't say whose name it is, because I don't want him to be
I took the
embarrassed.
basic National Registry test, and it is a beast because those questions really aren't fair.
Yeah, right.
So
right, and I'm
when you're in the
this not
field,
fair also.
yeah, right.
Yes.
Okay, well, I think we both just traded punches on that.
All right,
Okay,
okay.
so nobody wins that.
I still have full confidence in you.
Thank you, I appreciate
Yeah, I will
that.
still call
Thank you.
911 in our
Thank you.
city because you're on the truck.
Thank you. But AEDs ABCs are for, like, basically we're supposed to analyze what it actually says, not like ask the computer to tell me what it says. I would actually read the rhythm.
Because you're a smart dude.
Thank you.
You're a smart dude, and you haven't said this yet, but I'm going to ask you to right now. You actually went to college and studied math at the beginning, right?
Well, it's a trick question.
Well,
what happened? In high school, I was in the college prep as well as the AP classes, whatever. And yeah, I liked math. Math was the only thing that I liked. I'm sorry, I don't want to say it in that way, but that was my favorite subject, I should say. And so, if you're smart at math, you like math, you're supposed to be an engineer or an accountant, from what I understand. And accountants don't make as much money as engineers, so of course you're supposed to be an engineer. So, thank you to my parents. They paid a lot of money for me to go to Purdue University. And so I got there, and it was all right. But at the base of me, I'm not outgoing. I'm really an introvert. And so being there all by myself, it really didn't work out for me at all. So after a semester, I end up back home. I end up going to, you thought it was Wright State, but no, I did start it right. You were right, weren't you? I started at Wright State, then I went to Clark State. I spent some time at Central State. I spent some time at Franklin University, where I was this close to getting my degree, but I was on the fire department at the time. And so I'm like I said, that close to getting a degree, but I've decided to do other things.
All right, so the DJ question. So I was saying a little bit last week, before I moved back to Springfield, I was living in Philly. And Philly's got a famous DJ, a lot of famous DJs from it. And the high school I was living across from is the high school where the current DJ for the Jimmy Fallon show went.
Oh, yeah.
Famous dude. Okay.
Right. I know that guy. I think I got this one. I think I have this one. This one I think I have.
Is he?
Right.
Option A, Afrojack. Option B, Questlove. Option C, Skrillex.
I'm going with Questlove. Guy with the afro. He pours a pick. Everybody knows who he is. He pours a pick in his head. Answer is B, Questlove. Hey, Questlove. You tried to trick me.
My bad.
Questlove. Yes.
Questlove.
Did I get one? I got that one right?
That was right. He did apparently he's done some work with Dave Chappelle and John Legend. I'd love to see him. I'd love to meet him someday.
Yeah, the roots are dope. Yeah,
they're super dope.
Right. Now, really, if anyone hasn't, you're listening to the guy with one eye, whatever his name is, and those other rappers, Quan and all those, check out the Roots. That's real hip hop. That's where music is really what music's really about. Those guys, not what you're hearing on the radio.
Yeah. So speaking of real hip hop and DJing and stuff, so you brought along something that you want to give away to our listeners.
Yeah, listen, all the people that are going to see this that actually know me and know the origin of that shirt, they might be upset right now because that shirt took a year and a half, I think, to actually produce. No, this is no lie. We went through this whole process of getting some shirts made, and it took a long time to happen, and I still have shirts that belong to people at my house, and that is one of those people's shirts. We got some more coming in October, so it's cool. We'll figure it out. But that's for whoever wins this contest.
So what we're gonna do is, all you wanna-be DJs out there and producers, upload a video of you producing something like 30 to 60 seconds in length, tag us in it, and put it on our Facebook wall, Springfield USA TV. That's facebook.com/Springfield USA TV. The person who gets the most likes in the week of the episode that Chris will be on, you're going to win the hoodie, and you're also going to win the opportunity to hang out with Chris at one of his upcoming events in the booth. Yeah. It's going to be pretty sweet.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, no problem at all.
And you got a lot of tricks that you can show people.
I don't know about that, but they may learn some things that they don't know.
Yeah. And it's a good opportunity to get in and shadow.
Really, I mean, and that's the thing. Like this, it's not that complicated. People, see a board and they see all these buttons and everything like that, and they think it's a really hard thing to do. It's hard to come up with a craft to where you can put it together properly to where people enjoy themselves. But the actual logistics of it, easy stuff.
Well, Chris, I'm so glad that you're in our city, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm so glad to know you now and get to hook up this week and just talk and just hear about your life. And I'm so thankful that you're a paramedic, EMT, firefighter here in town, and that you're doing your thing, DJing and teaching young guys how to do it.
Well, and I appreciate that. But like I was telling you guys the other day, and like I tell everybody all the time, it's not just me. In fact, before we got out of here, I wanted to say a couple things about it, because the way I feel about the success of our city It's going to take each person, individual, each group coming together to make it possible. Right. So I decided to maybe shout out some people. Of course, you got to shout out DJs, of course. Thanks to the DJs, because DJs make people happy, right? Shout out. They make people happy or whatever. Without the party, there's no fun. So firefighters and medics, also police, they do a great job. Our nurses, their aides, all those people in healthcare, clergy. I just made this like as we're just got out of shower today. Clergy, politicians. Letitia Compton, she's doing something in graphics that people don't even know about. Like she's sending stuff to New York and bigger cities like that, but she's based in Springfield, Ohio. You know, so she's raising our name and what she's doing. Shouts out all my poets. We've got Raven Books. You know, that's something like that you have bookstores that come into your community. You don't like generally have a bookstore that's from your community. We've got those people that are working in addiction and recovery, specifically Larry Muhammad. He's doing a great thing over there with all that, and all those groups that are doing that kind of work. Because like we talked about earlier, it's crucial to turning our city around. Cindy and her suicide prevention group, Sky Shell in Springfield tomorrow. I want to send you guys over a link. In fact, I sent them a link about you guys to make sure they know about what you're doing here. But I want to send you a link. Also, Center City, Carmen Sloan, she's doing some great stuff over there. We talked about that. And specifically, these guys. I mean, these guys have taken taking their talents to do something really big for our city. This is a great thing that you guys are doing. I really appreciate it. Shouts to Ethan behind the cameras. You guys can't see him, but he's doing great stuff back there. Yeah, so...
he's the best looking one out of all.
He should be on this side of the camera.
He is. You're right. Shout out to Ethan. But yeah, thanks, guys.
Dude, you're welcome, man. And I mean, yeah, I think, and we were talking at O'Connor's the other night, like, what I love about hanging out with you is you don't wait for permission to be great. Like, you're good at your job.
Yes.
And if the city wants to make progress and like move into a new future, like they can't wait to be great.
Exactly. Each of us has talents. You take your talent, use your talent to progress not only yourself, but the city as a whole, because it's going to take each of us. It is.
That's right. Dude, thanks for being on the show.
Yep.
Chad, this is sweet. Everybody, thanks for tuning in to Springfield USA. Find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Springfield USA TV. You can see the promotions that we're running with Roger's Garage and also Lee's Chicken. And we've got some really cool episodes coming up. You're going to want to be here.